What it do? What it do? What it do? It's your boy Ant-Man. Today, bro, honestly, I woke up at 4:30 this morning, right? And all I saw on my timeline is like Magic fans and shit like that shitting on the Thunder for the second apron stuff. So what I wanted to do today was go out here and explain the second apron to you guys. And then what we're going to do is look at some NBA fans' reaction to the Jalen Williams contract and then some Thunder fans' reaction to the Jalen Williams contract. Okay, sounds fun. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, so first things first, this is what I wanted to talk about, the contract situation, right? As far as the second apron goes, the OKC Thunder are going to be in the second apron next season. We are way into the second apron. We're $23 million into the second apron next season. With that being said, though, this is a team with everybody locked down, so it's not like we're going to have to make trades during the season. It's not like we're going to have to sign any big free agents next offseason. So we can afford to be in here, bro. I mean, we have iHeart locked down. Damn, this is projecting $43 million for him in 2077. Not seeing that. The real casualty of this will probably be Lou Dort because we still have Caruso locked down for as long as we do. But obviously, you guys know this. Jalen Williams just signed a massive contract, and I'm not seeing it on here. This is the wrong Jalen Williams? Yeah, we got 40 M's, 50 M's, 55 M's coming up for Jalen Williams. But look, everybody's locked down, right? The point of the second apron is once you feel like you have a team that can win a championship, you hard lock it, and that's what the Thunder did. That's why I don't really understand what the Celtics did this offseason, because I still think healthy they're on par with our team, but they just weren't healthy, you know? I think maybe they could have added a little bit more depth, but if they were going to lose Al Horford in the offseason anyway, I don't understand the point of them, you know, trading Porzingis and Drew Holiday, who are guys that are part of their core, when they could have made that money back with Al Horford and other stuff. But if you're a Celtics fan or someone monitoring that space, let me know a little bit. But I know now the Celtics are, I believe, under the first apron, which is really good. But the Thunder have everyone locked down, right? Like, Cason Wallace might be a guy where if he's seeing this money, like if we could get $8 million from him consistently, then we keep him. Because if you look, next season we're going to be under, and then we're right back good. We're going to have like $20 million to spend on guys like Lou Dort, Cason Wallace. Isaiah Hartenstein's probably going to end up going, but that's why we drafted Thomas Sorber. Thomas Sorber is just going to slot in for Hartenstein after the next 2 years, you know? So we still have time with this core. We still have pretty much the same team for the next 2 years, right? So if we want a three-peat, that's completely possible with us being in the second apron. It makes a lot of sense. It just makes too much sense not to lock it down. And then on top of all that, man, if you're a team that traded, let's say, 5 first-round picks for Desmond Bane, you're not going to be able to retool like the Thunder are, right? And if we scroll down here, we could see all the first-round picks the Thunder have. And everyone's saying that it's OD and stuff like that. It's not really, because we could fill in our spots for the guys we're not going to pay. We probably won't pay Case and Lou Dort, Hartenstein, Ousmane Dieng. I mean, he could walk. We don't really care. But there's a lot of guys that we don't have to pay now because we could just, like, draft. We could refill, reload, and we're a team that drafts good. And it's not like we're looking for a next coming of Christ. We're looking for role players. And role players are easy to come by in the NBA draft because every team wants to take these swings on 18-year-old freshmen who are just lengthy when you could take a 21, 22-year-old guy who could just stand in the corner and play some defense. And that's all the Thunder are really going to need. That's why I didn't really understand this whole over-hyping and over-exasperating the second apron, because it's not a realistic problem for the Thunder. Now let's go look at the reactions from NBA fans, but before we do that, let's hear a word from our sponsor, Boom Fantasy. Baseball's in full swing this summer, and if you're someone who knows ball, you need to check out Boom Fantasy. You could cash out if you predict things like hits, strikeouts, and RBIs. Boom's the only platform you could cash out 500 times your money on just a two-leg parlay. If baseball isn't your thing, the WNBA is also in full swing this season, and there's a lot of superstars making their names for themselves. I've been loving cashing out on Angel Reese overs because everyone's just hating on her. If you never heard of this platform before, or if you don't know betting's for you, use code RTP for a risk-free bet up to $100. That's code RTP, and it's the best way to support this show. Let's get back to the video. All right, here we are. The Thunder extend Jalen Williams 5-year, $287 million. Let's see how these NBA fans are reacting on Reddit. Now, I haven't went through and looked at these, so these are going to be raw reactions. And if I look a little sweaty, boys, I mean, I'm in a garage right now, and I know it's 8 a.m., but it's fucking hot as fuck in California. My computer has a heat warning on it. The big three all locked up for about 90% of their cap. I just closed it, but I seen this one on the top. If you're not gonna spend on a young championship core, what are you gonna spend on? Exactly. Like, what could you be spending on if you're not spending on your young championship core? Okay, let's scroll by. So I'm new to Reddit. Let me lock in. Okay. That was expected, but the real question is how they'll keep the role players around them because those guys were a big reason for success. Presti has to keep hitting on draft picks or trading those picks for young, cheaper talent. And I think that's how they do it, right? And I think that's the easy way to replace them. They'll replace them using the draft picks. And what contending situation has filling out a contending rotation with rookies and second-year players worked this fucking year? We have Caruso and Hartenstein, who's gonna be there for the process. That's how we rebuild. We draft. That's literally what we just did. Our team. I mean, again, it's not rookies in second years, but third year. Like fourth or fifth year, 2020, fifth year guy, vet, right? We got a vet here. Isaiah Joe was washed up, re-signed. He's probably played 2 seasons worth of NBA games, 3 seasons, not with the Thunder. Aaron Wiggins a little older, but we look at like Jalen Williams, J-Dub. Those are like sophomore, junior players. Cason Wallace is a sophomore. Topic is about to be a rookie. Sorber's about to be a rookie. Those are contributors, bro. I think that's like we literally just did it. Only needed $822 million to do it, which is fine. You pay your guys. It's not like we paid them after losing in the finals. We paid them after we won a championship. Nice. That was OKC. Wasted no time playing with these dudes. And look, as a Thunder fan, as a guy who was around for the whole James Harden thing, and honestly wasn't against the James Harden thing because we didn't win a championship. Like, if you're a Thunder fan and we didn't pay these guys, bro, we're getting some PTSD. We're definitely getting some PTSD. Shai, Chet, and J-Dub all on maxes, dear God. They're fine for next year. It gets tricky after that. Assuming no salary dump trades, there'll be $20 million into the second apron for 26-27. This is the thing, bro. A lot of guys, though, are still on their contracts before the first and second apron, right? And now let me explain. There's a lot of role players who got overpaid before that because it's like, we need this guy, we have to pay for this guy. I look at like KCP, even though he he got his contract in the apron, right? But I look at a guy like that where it's like, there's not going to be a lot of role players getting paid that much. I mean, if we look at what happened this offseason, like guys like D'Lo got paid for $5 million. The Thunder have $5 million to spend, and we could just go into the second apron. It's not that big of a deal. 187 M's, just let that sink in. Look at, I agree with this. That is a lot of money for Jalen Williams. And then it's like $850 between the three of them, $800, which is a lot of money. But, bro, I'm telling you, pay your guys. Pay your guys. He'll have to make it all NBA to get it, though, so he has to make it one more time. Next year, he has to make it to get 287. I didn't even know that. That's pretty cool. Shout out the contract readers. The core is locked in for the next 5 years. That's crazy. Next 6 years. The extensions for Dub and Chet don't start until 26. We're locked down, bro. We are locked down. Like, this is the team that just won a championship, and now they have all their guys. And then this is a shout-out. Look, I don't want to hate on Paolo, but I did think that there's questions I have with this Paolo contract. If the Magic could go out there and be successful, then this is a great contract, you know? But what have the Magic done in the last 2 years? I know they've been injured. And Cleveland is a team that was injured and then came back and was the 1 seed when they were healthy. But what have the Magic done to warrant paying their 2 top guys $500 million, right? You got 4 starters that can't really shoot the basketball. I don't know. The defense is great, don't get me wrong. But I have a lot of questions about Paolo that I need to see develop, and I need to get proven wrong. And once I get proven wrong, I'm cool. Like, I'm not a Paolo hater. I'm ready to get proven wrong because I love Paolo. When the Thunder drafted Chet, I wanted Paolo. But I just think it's a lot of money, bro. A lot of money for a lot of unproven guys. Like, an all-star. He's never been, like, a real, like, all-NBA first-team conversations. A real, like, obviously the Thunder have a championship core. I just have questions about it, to say the least. But shout out Paolo for getting paid. Now let's look at what Thunder fans are saying. Summer complete. Yes, sir. Put a ring on it, baby. J-Dub. Yes, sir, baby. Put a ring on it, baby. J-Dog. Put a ring on it, baby. Yeah, this is a fire-ass. Low-key. I'm going to put that in my back pocket really quick. I might print this shit out and put it in my car, honestly. Yeah. Okay. we're we're not getting much basketball Dynasty time. We're not satisfied with 1. I'm still hungry. Not 3, not 4. Yeah. Thunder up, baby. You know, I hope I didn't come off as some kind of biased Thunder fans. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow. Shout out Boom Fantasy. And we're also running trivia on the Discord. So, what's this? People talking about... Okay, whatever. Yeah, we're running trivia on the Discord every day, every month. $25 at the end of each month to whoever has the most points right in the Discord. I'm telling you, man, it's free money. And if you know ball, just tap into there. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow. But most importantly, run the play, baby. Boom.